Okay, reproductive system. Okay, this portion is the infundibulum. We have learned in detail already. Okay, and then here this portion is the ampulla, and here is the isthmus. Altogether, these three parts are called as what? Fallopian tube. What do you call it as? Fallopian tube or oviduct. Infundibulum, the funnel-shaped area. Okay, and then slide above that, ampulla, and then this portion you call it as isthmus. And here there are finger-like projections. You call this to be fimbriae. Fimbriae. Now, what happens when the ovary releases the egg? As the egg is released here, about the structure of the ovary. Primary follicle, secondary follicle, tertiary follicle, Graafian follicle. I hope you remember. And inside the Graafian follicle, there is a cell. I told you this is called a secondary oocyte. After that, only it is released as ovum. Okay, right? So division, right? 2-year number, mitotic division. Again, it goes right. And finally, primary oocyte will be formed. And then this undergoes first meiotic division to form first polar body, and then the secondary oocyte. I hope you remember. And then this secondary oocyte undergoes division and large structure, ovum or oocyte is formed. And here the second polar body. Just I'm giving a rough diagram here. Okay. Now what happens here? This primary oocyte undergoes first meiotic division. Here this is diploid. When it undergoes first meiotic division, it forms the first polar body, and then the secondary oocyte. Here it is haploid due to meiotic division. Okay. Now this secondary, at this stage, this secondary oocyte only, it is released inside this fallopian tube. Can you understand? So what is being released is the secondary oocyte. Can you understand? Okay. Now during coitus or copulation, when there is a chance of sperm entry inside, okay, what will happen? The egg and the sperm has to be released at the same time. In that case, there is chance of fertilization. That is why all the coitus will not result in fertilization. Menstrual cycle, you have learned, at the 14th day of menstrual cycle, ovulation occurs. What I have told you, what is ovulation? The release of ovum from the ovary. So what is released here? At the stage of secondary oocyte, it is being released. This release of this structure, you call it as ovulation. When does this ovulation take place? At the 14th day of the menstrual cycle. At this time, there is a chance of coitus and sperm entry through the vagina. Okay, the sperm and the ovum will be able to meet and fertilization may occur. Right? Okay. Now what happens? This oviduct and the overall inner lining, fallopian tube and the oviduct, it consists of ciliated columnar epithelium. Cilia is present. With the help of ciliation, this structure, the secondary oocyte, it is able to move towards this region. Okay. Now, if this structure is reached here, what I told you in some textbook, fertilization occurs at the ampulla region. In some textbook, it will be mentioned like that. But actually, it takes place in the ampullary isthmus junction. Only in this portion. You call that to be ampullary isthmic junction. This portion, both the portion. So, where does this fusion occurs? It occurs only in this portion. Ampullary isthmic junction of the fallopian tube. Altogether, only you call this to be fallopian tube or oviduct. I hope you understand. Okay. Now, when the sperm meets the ovary, what happens here? If this is the egg, okay, sorry, not ovary, ovum. If this is the egg, okay, and if this is the sperm, right, then it has to be fused. So what will happen? This still, it is in the form of secondary oocyte only. Only when the egg fuses, it is understood that the secondary oocyte has completed the second meiotic division and produced ovum. Can you understand? The ovary releases secondary oocyte only. It is not the ovum that has come out. Okay. Only when there is a chance of sperm reaching the egg, at that stage, it is clear that secondary oocyte is completed the second meiotic division in producing the ovum. In that case, the sperm enters inside the ovum. What I have told you here. Can you understand? Now, once when it enters, the other part of the sperm gets disintegrated and only the head part of it enters inside where the nucleus fuses with the egg nucleus and results in a structure called as a zygote. Sperm and then the egg. Both fuses. Okay, it results in what? Zygote. What is the zygote called as? Fertilized egg. Be clear with the term. Here, if the egg is not fertilized, you call it to be unfertilized egg. This is also egg and this is also egg. You use the term egg or ovum. When it gets fertilized, then the zygote, the product what is formed as a result of fertilization, you call that to be zygote. The other name for this zygote is fertilized egg. In that case, it has 2n number of chromosomes which is diploid in nature. Have you understood? Okay. Now what happens? After the formation of this zygote, it results in cleavage. So first one we have studied male reproductive system, female reproductive system, gametogenesis, fertilization. Fertilization is followed by the next step called as cleavage. So what is cleavage? Cleavage means division. So how this zygote divides? This zygote undergoes mitotic division. What do you use the term? Mitotic division. What is mitotic division? Equational division. A single cell, okay, which is being divided inside itself. Okay, so what is cleavage? Mitotic division of zygote is called as cleavage. Okay, this single cell, it divides into what? First, I write here, it divides into 2, okay, and then 4, and then it goes on. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 32, 60, sorry, 6 doesn't come, sorry. Okay, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, it goes on. Okay, when it divides into 2, the cell you call it as 2-celled stage. When it divides into 4, 4-celled stage, it goes on. But when it becomes 8, when it is 8 in number, you call that stage to be morula. What do you call it as? Morula. Okay, now fertilization has taken place. Okay, fusion occurs. It results in what? Zygote. After that, the zygote undergoes cleavage and it forms a structure called as what? Morula. Morula is 8 in number. Morula is, what is the number of morula? 8. So these cells, what is present inside, divides into 2, 4, it goes on, okay, and then 8, right, and then 16, 32, 64, all those things. So when it divides, these cells, they are called as blastomeres. What are those cells called as? Blastomeres. Okay. After that, after this morula, finally, a ball of cells will be formed with many cells. That is, it goes on, right, 32, 64, right? So many cells will be formed inside. After that, a ball of cells will be converted into a structure called as a blastocyst. What do you call this structure to be? Blastocyst. What is it called as? Blastocyst. What is blastocyst? These cells are arranged in a single layer of cells. The single layer, you call it to be trophoblast. What is the single layer called as? Trophoblast. And then other part of these cells will be pushed towards the one area. It will not be present towards fully. And these cells, which is pushed towards one area, you call it as inner cell mass. Inner cell mass. So this is a structure, you call it as blastocyst. So what is blastocyst? Blastocyst consists of a single layer of cell where you call that to be a trophoblast with a portion of cells which is being present towards one side. That portion of cells you call it as what? Inner cell mass. So this is the structure of this blastocyst. After this morula stage, it is converted into a ball of cells and then into blastocyst. Okay. Now when you come here, okay, after this is the morula, and then finally it will be converted into a structure called as the blastocyst. Okay. This blastocyst, it will get embedded in the, what is this inner layer of the uterus? We have learned, is it not? The outer layer of uterus is called as what? Perimetrium. I hope you understand. Right? What is the outer layer of cells? Perimetrium. The middle layer is called as myometrium and the inner layer of the uterus is called as endometrium. So this blastocyst, it gets embedded in the uterine wall. What is that here? Inner lining of the uterine is called as endometrium. Okay. So this blastocyst will get embedded in the endometrial wall. So when the blastocyst get embedded in the endometrial wall, this is called as implantation. What is fertilization? Fusion of male and the female gamete. As a result of fertilization, zygote is formed. Zygote undergoes cleavage. It divides into 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. And then the 8 cell stage, you call it as morula. And then it is converted into a structure, a ball of cells, which get differentiated to form blastocyst. Blastocyst is nothing but with a single layer of cell called as trophoblast with an inner cell mass. This structure gets embedded with the endometrial wall of the uterus. When it gets embedded, okay, this portion, that is the process of the blastocyst getting embedded within the endometrial wall of the uterus is called as implantation. Have you understood what is the term implantation? When the blastocyst get embedded with the endometrium of the uterine wall. Okay, now what happens after implantation? There will be a layer which is formed. You call that to be villi. I hope you remember your 10th standard portion. Okay, this is called as chorionic villi. So chorionic villi will be developed, and then there will be formation of placenta. Okay, so with the help of placenta from the endometrial wall, it will be able to, from the mother, the nourishment goes to the embryo. Okay, with the help of placenta. And the unwanted material from the embryo comes to the mother through the blood, right? Okay, so this is what happens here. After that, the development proceeds, right? So what will happen here? I have told you at this formation, zygote, okay, when it comes to here, 8 blastomeres, you call that to be what? Morula. Blastocyst is formed. Okay, at this time, if there is a chance of division, after the formation of this blastocyst, if there is a chance of dividing, if it divides into 2, then in this case, you use the term identical twins, monozygotic twins. Why? From a single zygote, 2 embryo is developed after the division. This will be divided into 2. Now, what will happen if this male has XY number of chromosomes we have learned? Is it not? Sex chromosomes are X and Y in male. If the sperm carries Y, then the zygote will be, yes, XY. Is it not, boy? Right. If the sperm carries X, it will be a female. In that case, either female or male. Okay. So when this divides, 2 babies will be developed. Both may be boys or both will be girls. Can you understand? So this is called as monozygotic twins. Monozygote. Only one zygote divides to form 2 embryos. Then you use the term monozygotic twins, where both will be identical in nature. So other term you call it as identical twins. Whereas, yesterday I told you about fraternal twins. What is that case? Here, the eggs will be released alternatively by the ovary. So each ovary will be producing 6 ova. They'll be releasing 6 ova in a year. Sometimes in rare cases, both if it produces ova, there are chance of sperm entering and reaching the egg. In that case, 2 zygotes may be produced. Here it may be both may be boys or both may be girls, right? Or 1 boy and 1 girl. So here 2 zygotes. Then they are not identical in nature.
If you like this video, share and subscribe my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you.